Hey everyone, it's Steve Ben here, but I'm sure you already knew that. And thanks for deciding to watch my crazy old video on offline marketing, in particular marketing SEO services. And basically in this video, I'm going to actually be letting you steal from me one of my top 3 closing strategies. You know, the way you actually get the deal, get the money. Okay, I'm going to be actually just letting you take that straight off me, as well as giving you the easiest way to get bulk clients, okay? And I'm talking about a way to do it with just one call or email. So no seminars or anything like that, or having to organize lectures or some sort of networking event. Literally just one call on the telephone, an email, something like that. But first, I thought we could go maybe just a little crazy and go to a place that I think is amazing, surreal, and the first time I saw it I couldn't believe it. It's Vegas, okay? It's the place they make all the big movies, you know, from The Rat Pack to The Hangover to a whole load of other films where crazy things happen, okay? Romantic things happen. Big amounts of money are lost and won. But as you know, in Vegas they're just selling an experience. But it's a place that makes serious cash. So why am I talking about this? Well, right now, I mean, you could go and head there and you could have a great time and maybe you'd make some money, but it's kind of a big gamble. And without sounding a bit too boring, I'm not too keen on gambling, okay? I like things that I know are going to pay off, okay? I'm not one of those people who likes to put down some money and think, hey, I've got a 1 in 50 chance of getting some money back, because I've got loads of ways of actually making a lot more money back that are really reliable. And that's kind of what I'm going to share with you now. So what I'm asking is that, you know, you could kind of give me a few minutes just to share with you some phenomenal offline cash getting strategies. So why am I doing this? Well, basically, I'm hoping that what I'm about to tell you will actually help you out. And I'm hoping if you can actually see the value in what I'm showing you and you can actually use it to make some money, you're also going to see the point of, you know, putting your hand up and saying, hey, maybe I can learn some more here. Maybe there's some other stuff that can take me to the next level, even if that's getting started or actually just progressing on with an online business, selling SEO services that you've already got. You see, the fact is, Vegas is the ultimate real-world lead generator. You know, and mom and pop on Main Street, well, let's be honest, they probably can't afford a fake Eiffel Tower. And, you know, what are they going to do? But the fact is, many do actually have money to spend on lead generation. That's just a fancy way of saying getting customers, even in this down economy. How come? Well, you don't need a growing market to grow your business. You simply have to take market share from competitors and also defend your market share against competitors taking from you. So when a new company comes along, a new business, a new store, it's going to take away market share from the other businesses on Main Street or in your town, your village, your city, whatever. And the other businesses are going to have to defend against that newcomer. And you see this happen all the time. You see like Walmart moves to a place and there are so many people that just give up and say, oh, I can't compete. And they give up and go home. And people are leaving the market all the time because sadly people are going bankrupt. But that actually means there's more market share left for those who are left. And they're all fighting over it. Now some people won't realise that yet. Some people it'll be a real sort of big reality for them that they're scooping up market share from a big competitor that's just gone under in their town. So things like taking market share and defending your own market share are really important for actual real world businesses in a way that maybe us online don't get because the market is so big. So those businesses without a web presence, in other words, a little bit more than a website, are kind of struggling, okay? Because they're just relying on passing trade. And those with just a basic website are still suffering because they've not made the most of all the opportunities that are out there. Now, thankfully, the market has really been educated. Thanks to absolutely billions spent by Groupon, Google, Facebook, Yelp, Bing, and a whole load of others, probably some really big ones I've forgotten, but I'm sure you get the idea. And you know, there are many more out there that will appear and disappear, and there are always new web services coming up, aren't there? And you read about them in the paper, and you see it on TV, and it's on CNN and CNBC Business and whatever, some great new startup that drives business. I mean, Groupon's the big one at the moment. And you know, many local businesses have taken advantage of those sort of services. And they have things like basic websites, but there are many that just aren't making the most of these opportunities. They really aren't. And many of them, they don't rank in the search engines, they don't have a joined up web presence. And what do I mean by web presence? What do I mean by web presence? Well, I mean one of those, Facebook fan pages, maybe a Twitter page, maybe some sort of local directory listings, things like that. They're just not sort of taking advantage there where the web was 10 years ago. They're not doing things like mobile coupons, cell phone offers, things like that. Look, there are plenty of jokers selling SEO out there, and they're doing a bad job. They're actually making us look bad. And they're not offering the latest SEO strategies. They're doing things like keyword stuffing and messing with title tags and adding images. Maybe at the most saying, hey, get a WordPress blog. Now that's all well and cool, but they're really making a mess of trying to get customers as well. And they're spamming them, and I'm sure you, like me, every day you get calls and emails saying, hey, we can do SEO for you, we can do backlinks for you. And you know what? All of those emails, I just don't even bother with, okay? Because there are intelligent ways to approach businesses, and I'm just not interested in some random email or message off somebody. And a lot of other businesses are just like that, particularly retail that's on Main Street, that's on your high street. So knowing SEO is one thing, you've got a valuable commodity. But as we all know in marketing, having a valuable commodity is in no way enough. You need to actually be able to sell it. So running what I like to call an SEO agency isn't easy. And that means the competition is actually kind of low, because when you run an SEO agency, you know, you're actually putting forward like this business structure, and you've got this formula on this website, and it doesn't just feel like there's some guy that's just doing random work every so often just to pay the bills. People actually trust you. And that means the competition is really low, because there are so many losers out there, and people who just haven't got on their feet, and people who are messing it up, often through no fault of their own, that just aren't making it, and they're burning people up. They're churning and burning them, and you're getting to this stage where there are a lot of people like, oh, I don't trust SEO companies. You know, we got this SEO guy and he just did a rubbish job. But the fact is, there is still huge opportunity for selling SEO using proven strategies that, you know, actually work. The ones I'm about to show you are ones that we actually use day in, day out across our own businesses and for our clients. And that's why I think this really matters, and that's why I want you to, you know, just give me a few more minutes and let me show you what I'm talking about. So in 2010, I launched my SEO agency Cash 6-week bootcamp. And it was the most complete SEO offline product that I'd ever released, and probably in the marketplace as well. And that's literally like ever. Now, over 200 people signed up in the first 48 hours alone. And it was definitely one of the most expensive products for the Warrior Forum that's been around in a long time. No affiliates were allowed, no third-party promotions, it was all direct sales, because I really wanted to maintain the quality of exactly who was coming. This wasn't open to everybody. And then I closed up the bootcamp, and we ran it for 6 weeks, and a whole load of people got some really good results. And it provided a whole generation of warriors with their first success in offline marketing. And if you want to go back through some of my old adverts and threads, you'll see a whole load of testimonials saying, hey Steve, I just managed to make my first amount of money. Hey Steve, I just secured my first client. And it was so cool, it was so great, and it was really nice to make a difference. But after I closed up the bootcamp, I kind of focused on other things. Building up new strategies, working new ways to get clients and keep clients, because the market was becoming more competitive. And, you know, the bootcamp managed to help a whole bunch of offline veterans as well. And they discovered how to charge more, get clients with ease, create SEO packages, grow their business, you know, so they're actually making more money every month. And some of them actually took on real world staff as well as offline staff and outsourced staff. And many people, to be honest, were shocked to find out one of my most secret sources that I revealed in the bootcamp for getting clients. And right now, I'm going to tell you that, okay? I'm just going to reveal it, and I'm hoping it's going to help you out. So, you decide if this bootcamp is for you by what you're seeing here, okay? But regardless, you're going to walk away with something that actually works and you can use, and you know that makes me feel good. If I'm helping you out, then to be honest, this video has done its purpose. So the big secret is, and you know, it'd be nice to have a drum roll right now, that there are many businesses out there, and you might know them as PR agencies, web design firms, marketing bureaus, and many more basically. Design companies, graphic design, even accountants occasionally, CPAs and legal firms that want to keep their existing clients but know that their clients are spending money with other people and they want to bring that money in-house and actually charge them more by offering more services. Well, SEO is the perfect add-on service, but frankly, many of these businesses kind of suck at SEO. And, you know, they don't want to hire an SEO staff guy, particularly in this down economy. I'm sure you can understand that. So they're looking to outsiders who they can keep on a results basis, rather than having to go through a whole heap of stuff of interviewing people, not knowing if they've actually got a good portfolio, not knowing if they can deliver. And it's outsiders like us. And you'd be shocked how many businesses would love to white label, that's basically take your services and sell it as their own, your SEO skills, okay? They want to sell your SEO skills to stay ahead in their market and ahead of their competitors. And often all it takes is a little bit of experience and what's called a speculative pitch. Now you might be thinking, Steve, there's no way this sort of thing would actually work. Well, we've used it a number of times, and right now I want to tell you about something that might change your mind, okay? Because this is exactly how one of the UK's leading supermarkets teamed up with a price comparison website. Basically what happened, somebody within the supermarket had this great idea, but they couldn't afford, or should I say, I don't think they actually wanted to get staff on to actually do this for them. It just wasn't feasible for them, and I don't know the complete details of why that was. But luckily what happened was a company came along with a speculative pitch to offer this way to get an amazing amount of publicity and traffic to the supermarket's website, and eventually grew way beyond that, and it actually became quite big. Now maybe you know the supermarket I'm talking about, I certainly can't name it, I'm sure you can guess why. Basically, this happens in SEO all the time, okay? The first time it happened to us, it was actually just by chance, by coincidence, okay? The deal fell into our laps, and we realised that there was a process there that we could actually reuse again and again. So in fact, there are many businesses out there just desperate for your services because you provide a way for them to make more money without actually having to worry about employing somebody, hiring, firing, or training. You deal with all that, and they can outsource everything to you. But it's a little bit different than outsourcing because of the close relationship that you actually have, and you become their sort of almost an extension of their in-house team. Now, if you know anything about a lot of big companies that actually have PR, that's public relations departments, a lot of them also hire PR agencies. So what you'll do is you'll get a big sort of corporate business with 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people deciding the messages for that business, what they want to put out there that week, and they'll write some of the copy as well. But for a lot of the smaller stories and for big projects and strategies, they'll actually get bureaus on board, PR agencies, to do the work for them. This is exactly what's starting to happen in SEO, and it's happening with big firms, it's happening with big corporates, and it's going to start happening with small firms a lot more as well. I'm talking about ones that are just regional and they're based in your city or your county or your state. So the next time that you want to get clients, basically like shooting fish in a barrel, look to white labeling, okay? Now, if that actually makes sense to you and you're like, you know, Steve, I actually get what you're saying, wow, I can go out and use that, rather than going, oh, I've tried that, or that's not going to work, because trust me, it does. If you actually want to make more money, run a real kind of business, and by real I actually don't mean that online business is fake, I mean something that actually has a real world presence. And do you know what? You could end up, if you wanted, even having sort of your own offices and a team, if that's the way you wanted to go. If that appeals, and if the idea of recurring revenue, sort of a steady income stream, sounds good, or maybe, you know, you just want to work a few hours around your job and you'll just want to see where this goes, then offline SEO work is still the golden ticket, I believe. Or maybe that should be the jackpot, because obviously we're in Vegas. So for 2011, I'm reopening my SEO agency bootcamp. I'm showing you exactly how we white label, get deals via email, and yeah, I said email, use the telephone, and this is particularly for those that hate cold calling, because I'm not too keen. I used to do it when I was 18, not the most fun thing in the world. I got good at it, but there are alternative ways. And even if you want to actually get and close deals in person, then, you know, you're going to discover a ton of ways to find clients, and you're going to learn what to sell and how much to charge. Now, I can't show you every possible service. There are so many SEO services out there that you can add your own. You can use my strategies and my price guidelines and my client getting stuff to actually go out there and do it yourself with your own combinations and make something that's unique to you and works really well for you, perhaps in ways I can't even imagine. But if that kind of sounds good and you're willing to say, hey, Steve's going to show me the core and I can bolt on extra services, maybe I learn, or maybe you're just happy to stick with, you know, our top sellers. I mean, you could do that as well. Then we're showing you how to do it. We're showing you the sort of prices we charge, and we're showing you how to package it up to make it look attractive and why it works. Also showing you exactly how to sell it, and this is practical stuff, okay? It's not theoretical stuff, it's just stuff we use day in, day out. And some of it you're going to go, whoa, this is a bit weird, but you just have to go, you know what, Steve's told me some stuff that worked before, other people have had success, I'm just going to give it a try. And finally, we'll show you how to deliver it and manage clients. So this is a pretty comprehensive package. Like I say, we can't show you everything about SEO because that's a massive topic, but you get to see our top sellers, and we'll show you how to incorporate your own packages if you think they're suitable and there's demand in your area. So you're getting instant access to all 6 weeks of the original 2010 bootcamp, and there are about 5 or 6 lessons a week, plus 6 new weeks starting now of my latest red hot offline strategies, because let's be honest, stuff changes. And it's intensely practical, okay? Sure, sometimes I'll be showing you why something works, but that's so that you can extend it yourself. But I'm actually just saying, here's what you do, here's how you do it, here's what the end result should be, and then I tell you why it works. So you're getting these intensely practical ways to make money, and it's delivered week by week. So the 2011 content, starting now, week by week for 6 weeks, you've already got the 2010 content there. And it's including my latest ethical closing bribe strategies. Bit of a mouthful there. And basically these just blow our competitors out of the water, which is a lot of fun in itself. But before I go, I'll leave you with one of my favourite strategies to open a prospect. In other words, to get them interested, to start a dialogue going on. Basically, I'll keep this short. What you do is you offer them a local security seal. So let's say that they're based in York, and you'd have a little graphic seal that says verified local business in York. And that looks pretty cool. And essentially the sort of seals that we've used, what they say is kind of the location that they're verified, and it's sort of they are local to that area, because a lot of people are concerned about using local businesses. They don't want to find one of those websites that sells what they want. They want to go out and collect it, and hey, guess what, it's actually based in another state or even sometimes another country. So you're just basically giving them a little verification that they're in the local area and that they have a safe website. Now, how do you verify them? Well, this is easy. You send them a letter by some sort of recorded signed form mail, okay? You send it to their business, you do this for free, and then you get them to fill in a free questionnaire and return it. And just talk about maybe some of the services that you can offer, and also find out a little more information about them. Initially, just stick with the questionnaires because you're opening a dialogue anyway. And after that, you can start putting in some pitch material as well. Then obviously you need to get them to mail it back to you. And just the actions of going through that actually starts to form a little bit of trust and a little bit of gratitude because you've helped them out. And we've actually got to the stage where people actually just want to buy these certificates, or should I say seals, on their own to put on their website in local areas. And that was kind of a surprise to me and Eddie, because we didn't actually think things had taken off that much, and we were just using this system as a way to bribe people to, you know, start talking to us and not kind of put the phone down or whatever. So if you'd like access to the graphic templates for the seal, and that's part of the 2011 content, by the way, as well as the original email templates, telephone scripts, graphic stuff, and massive amount of content, videos and mind maps and more, and some cool extras that actually work, then sign up below. Because right now you can pick up my entire 2011 package for way less than the $200 this will sell for in 2012, and less than half even of what people paid in 2010. Because in 2010, over 200 people paid $69 to get onto this absolutely massive boot camp. But right now you can get it in at an amazing saving. So basically, there's a great offer, plus the first 100 people to sign up get a ton of bonuses. But this isn't for everyone. So if you don't like working, or you expect money to fly out of your monitor, or you're into things like CPA and not really into actually selling a service, and you do more arbitrage type stuff, or maybe you collect products and you'll come back to them someday, or maybe you're some sort of scammer and you want to rip off like local businesses, which I kind of hope isn't the case, and I'm sure it isn't. Or you simply, you can't afford this, you've got other things coming up, and you don't see being able to make this a priority, and right now you're not too bothered about actually trying to make some sort of offline business work or make money that way. Maybe it's not for you. Then what I would ask is, I'd just like to ask a favour. Could you leave your copy for someone else rather than buying and being dissatisfied? Leave it for somebody else who will actually take advantage of it, will use the content, will use the strategies and implement them and get results, okay? Because that's why I'm offering a deep discount, okay? And I want you to basically not take the deep discount seats away from the people who really need them. Because this is the SEO Agency Cash Bootcamp 2011. It's worked before, this latest version is better than ever, it's at the most insane price it's ever been. The simple reason for that is, I'd love to get some feedback, some testimonials, so that I can actually launch this properly with all the new strategies and secrets and methods that we've basically discovered, researched, implemented, tested, and used day in, day out now. So that's pretty much it. I hope you get a lot of use out of what I've actually shown you, and I'll talk to you later.